Game is underway here. St. Canice's Credit Union Senior Hurling League Shield Final. Clara with the early possession. Paul Cody on the ball here. It's Conor O'Shea. That strike, it's a tight one, it's swinging in. The wind has brought it in. It's a great score from Conor O'Shea there from just on the 65-yard line. Gavin Coskin in goal for James Stevens today. Sean Minogue, the usual goalkeeper, having a day off today. Ball goes down under David Langton and Willie Spencer. Number 9 is Conor Brown there for James Stevens with Jack Langton vying for the ball. Ball bobbles around there. Matt Kenny trying to get it up. He has it. Strikes up the line. It's James Nolan, the old dog for the hard road here. Still a superb hurler. Clara will definitely be looking to get him on the ball as best they can during the game. He can make things happen. Line ball number 4 for the James Stevens is Dinny Stapleton. Not a great line ball there, picked up by Jack Langton. Ball goes into Chris Bulger here, being followed in hot pursuit by the James Stevens fullback Tomas Keogh. There's a scrap on the ground for the ball. Tomas Keogh comes out with it. Line ball there, linesman Sean Clear calls it for Clara. James Nolan stands over. Number 10, Paul Cody making a run. It goes back. Clever play by James Nolan. Goes back to number 7, David Langton. It's a short ball. Drops into Gavin Coskin's hands. Martin O'Connell there chasing in for Clara, number 13. Ball plucked by Matthew McWay there. He's going forward with the ball. Matthew McWay, number 11. Wayward pass goes over the line. David Walton, number 15. It's a line ball for Clara. Matt Kenny, number 5. Jason Byrne there, number 9. He looked to get a nice clean strike here now. Beautiful strike of a ball there from Matt. There's a ruck for possession, lads looking for possession here. Luke Murphy, number 2 for James Stevens, comes out with the ball. And it's struck in by number 9, or number 8, Jack McGrath. Ball goes into the soccer player, probably best known for playing soccer. It's Mikey Drennan. That's a super score from Mikey Drennan, right out by the sideline there. He got loose from it. Wide ball.
No, don't sit down on that. There's no support in there.
Super score from Mikey Drennan there. He got loose of Kevin Galvin and slotted it over the bar. Kevin Nolan, goalkeeper for Clara today, assesses what's in front of him. Goes down in front of Jason Byrne. Great ball into Martin O'Connell. Super first touch. He keeps it out in front of Luke Murphy. Pops it back out to Conor O'Shea. Chris Bulger on the ball now. He looked to take on his man, the fullback Tomas Keogh, but he shepherded out well. But still he goes. Hand pass across. Paul Cody reached but couldn't reach it. He was unfortunate there. Good play from Clara. Ball is hand passed out to Conor Brown, who goes forward. Good ball into space for David Walton, number 15 for James Stevens. Paddy Bulger slips. Hand pass out. It's Willie Spencer on the ball for James Stevens. He hands it to Matthew McWay. Pass fumbled by Conor Brown. It's Niall Delaney on the ball here, number 5 for James Stevens. It's Andy Parsons and Matt Kenny battling for the ball there. Pops out to Shane Staunton, who looks down to his fellow Castlewarren man Martin O'Connell in the corner, number 13, but it's cleared by Niall Mullins. Great work by Jason Byrne there. Picked up by Matt Kenny. David Langton will look to find a man. He does so. Conor O'Shea now on the ball. That's a clever ball in Chris Bulger caught behind his man, but he has it now. He looked to pop that over. That's a super score. A fine score worked by Clara there. A number of players involved. Matt Kenny, Jason Byrne. Matt found Conor O'Shea into Bulger and he did the rest. Excellent score. Clara settling into the game. Both teams settling into the game now. There's a quick delay. There's a delay in play here. Matt Kenny is hurt his hand there in that last passage of play, but he seems okay. We're ready to go again. Gavin Costigan with the puck out. It's a long one down on top of Willie Spencer and David Walton there, but it pops out to between Mikey Drennan and Kevin Galvin. Referee John Walsh blows a free for James Stevens there. Paddy Bulger protests his innocence, but it's still a free. Owen Guilfoyle, the free taker in chief for James Stevens. He's an assured free taker. He should be able to put that over the bar despite the windy conditions, the blustery conditions here in Bennett's Bridge, and he does so. It's over the bar. 2 points to 2 here in Bennett's Bridge. Kevin Galvin with the puck out. Comes out here on the right hand side. Conor O'Shea goes up. Squirts out. Matt Kenny wins the break. Pops the head up. In goes in. Ball squirts out. Niall Mullins did well there. Jack McGrath, number 8, fine for the ball. Niall Delaney there, number 5, comes out with the ball. He hands it to Conor Brown. Yeah. Free here for the Village. David Walton standing over it. Checks the wind. Very blustery conditions here in Bennett's Bridge, but he'll do his best to tap it over the bar and put the Village 1 point clear. That's a good score from David Walton. James Stevens 3 points, Clara 2. Kevin Nolan with the puck out now. Jack Langton and Liam Ryan are underneath it for Clara. Conor Brown underneath it for James Stevens. Jason Byrne picks it up. Looks to get the head up. Luke Murphy comes out with the ball for James Stevens here. He looked to clear it. Not a great ball, but missed by Matthew McAway. Long ball in towards James Nolan here. He's battling for possession with Dinny Stapleton. Dinny, a Tipperary import. He's working in Kilkenny and hurling with the Village. He's hurled a number of seasons with the Village at this stage. That's Owen Guilfoyle and Shane Staunton battling it out here down in the far corner underneath the scoreboard. Line ball for Clara. Shane Staunton standing over this sideline. Jack Langton bats it down to himself. He finds Jason Byrne, who looks up. Ball into space in towards Martin O'Connell here. Great battling from Paul Cody there. Gets the ball down the line. And Clara look to turn over possession. It goes all the way back to Gavin Costigan. Chris Bulger now on the ball. Bulger turns. He's heading for goal. Stopped by Gavin Costigan on the line. Martin O'Connell very unlucky there not to get a goal. It pops back out to Jason Byrne, who finds Paul Cody along the line. Paul unlucky there. He was put under pressure there by Jack McGrath, number 8 for James Stephens. He was unlucky there with that shot. Gavin Costigan again with the puck out. It's a long booming puck out down the field. There's a scrap for possession. David Langton comes out with it. He finds Matt Kenny. Again, it goes up the line. Martin O'Connell coming out with the ball. Martin gets over it. Ball in towards James Nolan. He finds Liam Ryan. Wide ball, Liam Ryan unlucky there. The wind is causing havoc here in Bennett's Bridge, but it's the same for both sides, as they always say. We have a change for Clara. Bill Carrigan is on for, we'll find who he's on for. Who's that? Bill Carrigan is on as a blood sub. We'll get to you in a moment who he's on for. Liam Ryan goes forward with the ball, and Julie puts it over the bar for Clara, and a score for Clara. 3 points to 3. Lester Ryan absent from the team today for Clara, so Bill Carrigan is in for Leicester. Goes down on top of Bill, and Willie Spencer down at the far end. David Langton tries to find the break, but it goes to the village. Matt Kenny delivers. Denny Stapleton trying to get over the ball here. Tomas Kyo. And Tomas clears up the line. Ball to no one, however. Straight to David Langton, who looks to find Martin O'Connell. Martin gets over superbly. He was under pressure from Luke Murphy, but does well. Gives it to Paul Cody. Good play from Clara there. Wide ball, however, from Paul Cody. He was unlucky. He was well marshalled out by the James Stephens wing back. Puck out again goes down on top of Willie Spencer, a tall, strong man. Bill Carrigan will have his work cut out, but no better man for the job. Ball goes back to number 5, who puts it in between Shane Staunton and Owen Guilfoyle. A right ding-dong battle going on there. Shane Staunton marching out with the ball there, but well blocked by number 12 for James Stephens, Andy Parsons. And it's a line ball for Clara after that block down by Andy Parsons. Shane Staunton standing over it. Shane will be disappointed with that effort. Bobbles over the line, and it's a sideline for James Stephens. Owen Guilfoyle going to attempt a sideline here. He may go for a point, or he might try and find a man. It's a super effort from Owen Guilfoyle. Wide ball, unfortunately. He protests with Sean Clear, the linesman over on the far side, but it's a wide ball. Kevin Nolan looking to settle things down again. James Stephens, 3 points, Clara 2. Ball squirts out to Liam Ryan. Great block by number 6 for James Stephens, Diarmid Cody. Connor Brown picks up the ball, drives forward. into his full forward line. Number 3, Kevin Galvin, has the ball and drives out. Ball contested by Connor Brown and Jack Langton here. Ball squirts over the line. It's a sideline for Clara. Another line ball. There's plenty of line balls over on that far side. This time it's for James Stevens. Water break on 15 minutes. Teams will get a chance to reassess and see where they're going well and where they need to do a bit better. Seamus Cheddar Plunkett, of course, is involved with the James Stevens setup, the management team, alongside Peter Barry. So plenty of experience in the village setup, and of course plenty of experience on Clara's end too, management wise. Barry Power, manager, with Seamus Knox and Jerry Byrne, selectors. So plenty of experience management wise on both sides. So they'll be looking to impart some knowledge and just a few cute old pointers that they have seen on the line onto the lads, and just hopefully both teams can drive on again for the next 15 minutes till half time. James Stevens have a few notable absentees. Niall Brazel, Luke Scanlon are two county men who aren't involved today for whatever reason. Clara obviously have a couple of absentees also. They have missing Shane Pender and Sean O'Shea in the back line, so two experienced defenders to go without, but the men who are in for Clara are more than capable of doing the job. So
Okay, just a few stats here now. In the first minute, Conor O'Shea got over with a point, and that was replied by Mikey Drennan for the village. Chris Bulger then put one over just after the 5-minute mark, and Liam Ryan completed the scoring for Clara in that first quarter with a point on the 12th minute. Meanwhile, on the 6th minute, Owen Guilfoyle put over a free for the village, and on 7.5 minutes, David Walton also put over a free.
So 3 points to 3 here in Bennett's Bridge after the first quarter. Second quarter begins with a sideline ball. Denny Stapleton with it. Goes down the line. Battle between Bill Carrigan and Willie Spencer there. Referee John Walsh blows for a throw ball. Yes, it's a throw ball. Jack McGrath and Jack Langton, the two Jacks, will contest this throw ball. It's a line ball carried over the line by Liam Ryan. He was unlucky there. We shepherded out well by Niall Delaney, number 5 for James Stevens. Jack McGrath finds Denny Stapleton, but James Nolan is alive to it. He looks to find a man, and he finds him superbly. Paul Cody looking to get his hand on the ball. He was unlucky there. He was up against two James Stevens defenders. Luke Murphy driving out with the ball, being followed out by Chris Bulger. Sideline ball for James Stevens here on this near side. Jack McGrath. Diagonal ball from Connor Brown. He looks to find Owen Guilfoyle, who gets it into his hand and puts it wide. Well shepherded out there by Shane Staunton. That's good defending because Owen Guilfoyle is an electric attacker, and Shane did very well there to keep him out, tighten the angle. Ball poked out by Kevin Nolan. It's caught superbly by Niall Delaney there, who finds Willie Spencer with the hand pass. Jack McGrath with a nice ball down the line to Niall Delaney. Great defending there by the tenacious Kevin Galvin. Mikey Drennan not happy, but the play continues. Diarmuid Cody delivers again. The ball goes into the full forward line. Stopped by Kevin Galvin there. And Galvin comes out with it. Niall Delaney comes out with it. Jack McGrath finds Conor Brown, who goes for a shot from way out, and it's wide. Hook out from Kevin Nolan. It goes down on top of Paul Cody. A good threat in the air for Clara, but a village man gets in front of it. He was unlucky. Sideline ball for Clara. Again, it's Shane Staunton standing over. He looks to get the ball back up the field and into the Clara, up to the Clara danger men. David Walton on the ball here. And it's a free. The ref has decided that was a foul by Paddy Bulger, the Clara cornerback. So Owen Guilfoyle will step up to this. It's Owen Guilfoyle's debut season last year, and he's been a fixture in the Jan Stevens side ever since. Guilfoyle does the business there. It's now 4 points James Stevens, 3 points to Clara. Game is delayed here until Paddy Bulger does a few readjustments with his helmet. He's ready to go again. Ball poked out by Kevin Nolan. Superb strike on the ball there from Kevin. Low ball into the forward line, but there's no one there. Chris Bulger does his best to get to it, but Tomas Keogh gets there first. Brilliantly done by Bulger to keep Tomas Keogh penned in, but they managed to find Gavin Costigan back in the goal, and he booms the ball down back into the James Stevens forward line. Lovely pass by Conor O'Shea back to Jack Langton. But the Clara progress is stopped by James Stevens. And John Walsh blows a free in favour of James Stevens. A number of young faces on both sides. Shane Staunton is a young Kilkenny under-20 panellist alongside Martin O'Connell, with Owen Guilfoyle also involved with the Kilkenny under-20s. Paul Cody is also in his big debut season for Clara. He's made his first start for Clara against Greg Ballycallan in the first round of the league, and he's getting his start again today. That ball Trickles wide and it's back to Kevin Nolan in the goal. Short puck out goes to Shane Staunton in space. He looked to deliver a clever ball. That's a great ball in front of James Nolan. Line ball for Clara. Jason Byrne stepping over it. Lovely line ball from Jason Byrne. It's a great ball into Chris Bulger, who's claimed it. He heads for goal. He's hooked brilliantly though, but it's a foul. Chris Bulger wins a free for Clara, and Jason Byrne, free taker for Clara today, should do the business from there. Clara looking to feed Chris Bulger with ball. He's getting good ball and he's getting on it. He's doing well. Has been the focal point of many a Clara attack for years. Ball duly put over the bar by number 9 Jason Byrne for Clara. It's now 4 points all here in Bennett's Bridge. A windy Bennett's Bridge, but players are getting on with it. Great ball in by Paul Cody there. He looked to find Chris Bulger and Martin O'Connell. Another line ball over on that far side for Clara. Jason Byrne again looking to take it. He's a specialist sideline ball man, so he looked to get a bit of height on the ball here and try and get it over the bar, but conditions are extremely windy here in Bennett's Bridge today, so he'll be under pressure. So unlucky there, possibly the commentator's curse put on him there, but James Nolan has the ball and he's heading for a goal. Great ball back out to Paul Cody. He's blocked on. He was very unlucky there. Andy Parsons on the ball now. Clever play from Clara there. Unlucky with the end product. James Nolan did well raiding in along the end line and popping it back out to Paul Cody. Well blocked by James Stevens. Gavin Costigan standing over this free. He'll hope to find a long range score. Calls a wide ball from the Clara players and they're right, it's a wide ball. Four points to Clara, 4 points to James Stevens. Kevin Nolan with the puck out. He's against a big wind here in Bennett's Bridge. It's knocked down by Bill Carrigan, who looks to get over it. Scramble for possession and Willie Spencer comes out with it. He's still going. Clara players in hot pursuit, but he hands it back out to Matthew McWay, number 11 for James Stevens. Jack McGrath here. He looked to get a point. Just over the bar for Jack McGrath and a good score for James Stevens. 5 points to 4 in favour of James Stevens. Big puck out considering the conditions by Kevin Nolan. Paul Cody unlucky there not to claim it. Jack Langton comes out with the ball. Jason Byrne. The good clever ball into James Nolan. Chris Bulger is there to pick up the scraps. Bulger finds Liam Ryan, number 12. Liam Ryan heads for goal. Unlucky there. Good play from Clara. They were finding their men well, but just unlucky there with the end product. Some good passages of play from both teams here. Ball goes way down on top of Shane Staunton and David Walton. Free out for Clara. Kevin Galvin was adjudged to have been fouled there, and he hands the ball to Kevin Nolan, who's going to take this free out. Ball goes down the line. Advantage played for Clara, but there's none coming, so Clara get the free. Jack Langton foul there. That free is struck by Jason Byrne, and he does the business. It's a point for Clara. 5 points to 5 here in Bennett's Bridge. Puck out, goes through to David Langton. He finds his cousin Jack Langton, who puts a big ball in on top of number 14, Chris Bulger, but Tomas Kyo is ready for it and clears for the village. Two Clara lads looking for the ball here. It's Jack Langton who comes out with it. He hands it to David Connor O'Shea in space. He looked to knock that over the bar, and he does. Great score from Clara there. They're finding their men well now, and they're moving well. Jack Langton again picking up breaks well for Clara. He's getting on the ball and finding men well. Ball goes down in front of James Nolan. Here's James. James unlucky there with the strike, but good play from Clara. They're beginning to get moving now. They're finding their forwards well. That was a great ball into James Nolan. Clara creating plenty of chances. Dermot Cody looks to be in a spot of bother for Jan Stevens, number 6. Number 9, Connor Brown, is now slotting into the centre back position. Dermot Cody leaving the pitch. And it's Owen Larkin about to come into the action. Number 21, Owen Larkin. He'll more than likely slot into the centre back position, and Connor Brown will return to his midfield slot. Willie Spencer wins that ball well and puts it over the bar. Good score from Willie Spencer there. Was under pressure from Bill Carrigan, but managed to get away from him and put the ball over the bar. 6 points to 6. Ball goes down to Conor O'Shea, but it's Larkin here coming out with the ball. Clever ball, easy ball put back out by Martin O'Connell there. Nice passage of play, and Paul Cody claims it. Great goal here for Clara. There was doubt there. Had Gavin Costigan stopped Paul Cody's excellent shot, but it's a goal. Clara 1-6. James Stevens 6 points. Paul claimed it well there and went for goal, put the head down, and he wasn't stopped. Great goal by Clara. Half time here now in Clara. So it's 1-6 to 6 points here at the interval. Paul Cody's goal for Clara, the difference at half time. Jack Langton and Conor Brown at the front of the throw-in. Willie Spencer comes out with the ball. He pops it out to 14. Mikey Drennan, who finds himself in some space. He hasn't gotten much of that with Kevin Galvin on him. David Langton clears. Ball goes down on top of Martin O'Connell. Ball pulled on by Jason Byrne. It's between Tomas Keogh and Chris Bulger now. John Walsh calls a free out there. And it'll be Gavin Costigan again to step over. Bill Carrigan underneath that. He does well. Free for Clara. David Langton going to step over. David's attempt there drifts wide in the breeze. Ball goes underneath Bill Carrigan and Willie Spencer again. Both battling it out. Jack Langton does well. He puts it back to David. Luke Murphy drives out with the ball around midfield, but it squirts back out to Conor O'Shea, and that's an excellent score from Clara. Conor O'Shea picking up the loose ball and knocks it over the bar for Clara. Clara 1-7, the Village 6 points. Conor Brown bursting forward. He puts the head up and puts it over the bar. A good score from the Village there. They were under the cosh after getting that blow of a goal from Clara at half time. That's their first score of the second half, and they'll be happy to get it because Clara have definitely been finding more of their chances. Liam Ryan in space. He puts the head up. And that's good from Liam Ryan. That's another score from Clara. They're definitely creating the chances and doing a bit better hurling here in Venice Bridge at the moment. That's David Langton on the ground. Clara physio going on to give him a bit of attention. Hopefully he'll be well able to get back up on his feet and continue in the game. David looks like he'll be able to continue play. He's putting the green helmet back on, and I'd say play will resume shortly. Ball going in between Jack McGrath and Jack Langton. It goes down towards Dave. That ball goes over the line, and it's a sideline for James Stevens. Linesman over on the far side not happy with that first attempt at a sideline ball, so they'll take it again. And again it goes back to Luke Murphy, number 2, who strikes it down the line. Doesn't find anyone, only Clara, number 7, David Langton, who doesn't seem to be suffering from any effects of that injury a couple of minutes ago. Willie Spencer finds number 9, Connor Brown, met hard by number 7, David Langton there. Again, a great block by David Langton. Conor O'Shea delivers a long ball down into the Clara forward line, but Denny Stapleton is alive to the danger. Paul Cody does well. He finds Martin O'Connell, number 13 for Clara. Martin well marshalled out by Jack McGrath there. Mikey Drennan on the ball now. Number 8, Jack McGrath slips. Number 2, Paddy Bulger puts the head up, looks to find his brother with a super ball. Chris Bulger with a super touch, and it's put over the bar by Chris Bulger. Great score from Clara there. Paddy Bulger in uncharted territory there. He was outside of his usual surroundings of the full back line, but he did well and found his brother superbly, and Chris did the rest. Nice crisp touch into his hand, and he put it over the bar. Connor Brown receiving attention at the moment. John Walsh is saying there's going to be a blood sub needed, so he'll leave the field of play till he gets patched up. Clara contested this same fixture last year in 2019. They lost out to the Roar in the Sheeg on a wet and miserable day in Nolan Park on a scoreline of 3-11 to 17 points. Sean Comerford-Liston enters the field of play for James Stevens as replacement for Connor Brown, who's receiving attention at the moment. Jack McGrath puts the head up, finds Matthew McWay, but Kevin Galvin marshals him out well. Paul Cody picks up the dirty ball. That's a great ball back down the field. But Denny Stapleton seems to be playing as a spare man at the moment in this half. Clara will have to do a small bit better at finding their man with that spare man, number 4, Denny Stapleton at the moment. He's sitting back and sweeping there, so it's going to be tough for the Clara players to find men there with him sitting back. John Walsh blows a free for Clara. They'll be happy with that. And Jason Byrne will step up. (1-9) to Clara, 7 points to James Stevens at the moment. Jason Byrne, the left-hander. Byrne seemed to miss-hit it there, but Chris Bulger was alive. Got a clean strike in the ball and it went over the bar. Clara will take it any way they can get it. Short ball goes to Luke Murphy, put under great pressure by Martin O'Connell there. Martin's work pays off. He puts the ball to Conor O'Shea, who finds Chris Bulger raiding inside. Two James Stevens defenders looking to stop his attack. Great hook by James Nolan there. No ball coming out easy here. Niall Delaney has space, he has time. Goes down between Matthew McWay and Kevin Galvin. Galvin, this former CIT student, hurled a number of seasons of Fitzgibbon Cup at CIT. Denny Stapleton here. Short ball to William Spencer. He's stopped by Bill Carrigan, put under pressure by Carrigan. But the Village continue up the field. Another big hit going in there from David Langton. Martin O'Connell seems to be out around midfield now. He picks up that ball well, finds Liam Ryan. And that's a huge effort from Liam Ryan, and it's over the bar for Clara. Great score from Clara. Martin O'Connell picking up the ball, finding his man, and Liam Ryan doing the rest. Great score. 1-11 Clara, 7 points James Stevens. Mikey Drennan with a nice cute ball down between Shane Staunton and Owen Guilfoyle, and Guilfoyle wins the free. Guilfoyle will take this, it's close in. Clara, of course, last champions in 2015. The Village last champions in 2011. Same year Clara went down to the intermediate ranks, but of course they bounced back up in 2012, and that was definitely a springboard for the couple of titles Clara won after that in the senior ranks, 2013 and 2015, and of course a final appearance in 2014 also. Larkin reads that ball well. Larkin quiet so far, but he knows where to be. Picked up that ball well, but the ball goes into Bulger. It's claimed by Bulger. Shepherded out well by Tomas Kyo, but Bulger still manages to get the point and keeps the scoreboard ticking over for Clara. They'll be happy enough with that. Bulger, a huge threat there at the edge of the square for Clara. Ball goes in underneath William Spencer, but he's dispossessed well by Bill Carrigan. Ball again goes into Chris Bulger with huge space in front of the Clara full forward line. Well blocked by Bulger there. James Nolan on the ball now. Unlucky with his shot there, but Clara still moving well, moving the better of the two teams, and the scoreline definitely reflects that. 112 to 8 points. Pulled first time by Jack Langton. James Nolan flicks it on for himself, but Larkin is there, ever ready, reading the danger. He has plenty of miles clocked up at this stage. He knows what to do. Ball called back by John Walsh. Owen Larkin standing over it here. Plenty of movement in the James Stevens full forward line, and that goes into David Walton, another experienced campaigner for James Stevens, but he's marshalled out well by Paddy Bulger, and it's a line ball. Line ball for Clara. Carried out by David Walton. Shane Staunton with this sideline. Goes along the line. McWay looks to head for goal. Breaks down though, and it pops out to Matt Kenny in the yellow helmet. He puts it down in front of James Nolan, who's under ferocious pressure from Denny Stapleton there. And Larkin is there to pick up the scraps. Definitely a spare man in this half for James Stevens. A few words being had there between Conor O'Shea and Owen Larkin. It's a free out though for the Village, with Larkin surveying in front of him. ball again goes down the line, a similar ball to one previously. But this time it goes to Owen Guilfoyle and he points it. Superb ball from Owen Larkin there. Score is 112 to 9 points. And Kevin Galvin was under pressure there. You can't argue with that sort of ball. It'll always make it difficult for a full back line to defend that. You can't defend those sort of balls out in front. Forwards love them. And that's what we're seeing here. Martin O'Connell puts it in front of Bulger. And Bulger points. Bulger definitely getting the better of Tomas Keogh here. Martin O'Connell found him well. Put that ball 5 or 10 yards out in front of him. That's what forwards want, and Bulger points. 113 to 9 points, and it's a water break here in Bennett's Bridge. Water break over and we're ready to go again. Final quarter here. Clara 113, James Stevens 9 points. And as we can see over at the far side, Pat O'Neill, Bennett's Bridge man, has kindly given the use of his land and the wall for spectators to have a look at the match. Obviously, due to the new COVID restrictions, spectators prevented from entering the grounds and watching the game. So the ever enterprising Pat O'Neill coming up with a good idea there. Ball comes out for Gavin Costigan. Jason Byrne bats it down. Liam Ryan pulls. Line ball for James Stevens. Owen Larkin standing over it. Sean Clear has called a free for Clara there, a late strike on Liam Ryan's shin there, a late pull, and it's a free for Clara. Byrne steadies himself with the left-handed strike, but wind carries it wide. Still 113 Clara, 9 points to James Stevens. Willie Spencer makes a run here, but it finds Niall Delaney, number 5 for James Stevens. He puts it back to Dinny Stapleton, but he only finds David Langton, who's cleaning up a lot of ball in this second half. He looks to find Conor O'Shea. battle for the ball here in the middle of the field. Jack Langton comes out with it again. Great, clever strike from David Langton there to find Liam Ryan. Liam unlucky with the strike there, but again, good play from Clara. They're finding their men well, they're putting the head up, playing the percentage pass, and definitely by far doing a lot of the better hurling. The Village have definitely been sluggish today. Luke Murphy coming out with this ball over on the far side. He assesses his options, but finds only Matt Kenny, with Paul Cody with an attempt from around the 65-yard line, but it's wide. Gavin Costigan takes a quick puck out. Goes to Matthew McWay, number 11 for Jan Stevens. He'll look to take on his man. Willie Spencer raiding down the sideline. He returns it to Matthew McWay, but stopped by Paddy Bulger. Tussle for possession here along the sideline. It's a bit of confusion here between linesman Sean Clear and referee John Walsh, but eventually the play is called back and it'll be a sideline. Sideline for Clara. Looks like Bill Carrigan is going to step up to this one. Bill in for Lester Ryan. He's doing a good job. Bill looks to find a nice piece of sod. Clara unlucky there, the ball goes out for a sideline for Jan Stevens. Number 9, Connor Brown, standing over it. Andy Parsons with the ball. He's been quiet, but he looks to find a man, but he doesn't find anyone, and again it's the sideline for Jan Stevens. Apologies, it's a Clara line ball. A free, in fact. David Langton is going to strike it. He puts his head up. Strikes well, nice clean strike. Ball bounces into Bulger, who's heading for goal again, giving Tomas Kyo an absolute nightmare of a day. And again it's over the bar from Bulger. Gavin Coskin strikes the ball down on top of Matt Kenny and Andy Parsons. They're both tussling for the ball. Calls over the line. Sideline for Clara. It's been threatening terrain all afternoon here in Venice Bridge, and it's finally coming down here in the final quarter. Peter Nolan is now on for Clara, number 20, replacing his brother James. And Clara look to be putting another sub on. Looks like Jim Kyo there, number 21 for Clara, is about to enter the play. Ball goes short and it's not dealt with by Luke Murphy. Martin O'Connell picks it up, he turns, he strikes. Unlucky there, wide ball. Again, a quick puck out taken by Gavin Costigan. His quick puck out puts Niall Delaney under pressure, but Delaney deals with it well. Finds Matthew McWay, who puts it into David Walton. Shane Staunton comes in behind and picks up the ball. He finds Kevin Galvin, who bursts out. Again, it goes back to Shane Staunton, who comes up the pitch with the ball and delivers in a great ball into the Clara forward line. Peter Nolan has the ball now. He'll look to find a man. He does so. Conor O'Shea on the ball now. He takes it forward. It's a free out for James Stevens. Conor O'Shea just have taken too many steps by referee John Walsh. Now it's a substitute for James Stevens. Eamon Fennelly, number 17, is about to come in for Denny Stapleton. Change hasn't been made just yet. Paul Cody tussling with Conor Brown. Jack Langton picks up the ball. Number 21, substitute Jim Keogh on the ball there. He strikes it and puts it over the bar. That's a great score from Jim Keogh. He's only on the field a few seconds and he knocks it over the bar. Martin O'Connell broke the ball down and it was Jim that did the rest. Good play between the two youngsters. Eamon Fennelly is on. He's in the game. He's taking up position on Peter Nolan there. Number 7, Niall Mullins, is off. Denny Stapleton remains on the pitch. Sideline for the Village. High ball in. It's a dangerous ball for a backline to defend, but Kevin Galvin comes out with the dirty ball and strikes it up towards Peter Nolan, who's in a tussle with Eamon Fennelly, but he gets the ball brilliantly. Finds Chris Bulger, who's in acres of space. He stops, he strikes, and it's over the bar. That's a great score from Clara. James Bergen now on for Clara. Conor O'Shea coming off. (1:16) Clara, 9 points James Stevens. Clara have built up a considerable lead now. Jack Langton. John Walsh blows a free for James Stevens, but doesn't look like it's going to be James Stevens' day. Clara have been all over him the entire game, with Paul Cody's goal just at half time proven to be the piece of play just to get Clara, give that Clara that edge, and James Stevens just haven't been at the races after that. A real sickener of a blow going in at half time for the Village, and Bulger with a superb score over his shoulder there. Tomas Keogh under ferocious pressure there today. He's just finding himself behind Bulger all day, and great ball going into Bulger as well, and they're finding him well. Again it goes into the danger man Bulger. Chris is caught behind Tomas Keogh that time. John Walsh blows a free for James Stevens. 1:17 to 9 points here in favour of Clara. Entering the final stages of the game, Clara brought on a number of subs. James Bergen, Jim Keogh and Peter Nolan. Guilfoyle obliges there. 1:17 to 10 points now. But Clara have been excellent all day, really finding their men well, putting the head up, looking for the man in space, and it's paid off in spades today for Clara. James Bergen now on the ball. He looks to find a man, he puts it back out to Jack Langton. Jack with a great score from midfield there, created by James Bergen. Willie Spencer pops the ball out to Matthew McWay, who goes on his bike. He finds Connor Brown, who makes a raid and run inside, but he's marshalled out really well by Matt Kenny there, number 5. A great block. Denny Stapleton with a nice score there. The ball bobbled out to him, and with the first time pull, it goes over the bar. Kevin Nolan will be in no rush to take this. Clara 118, Jane Stevens 11 points. It's a big puck out from Kevin. Goes in on top of Chris Bulger, and Tomas Keogh pops out to Martin O'Connell, who's looking for the break. Great score by Martin O'Connell. Martin read that break well. Got onto the ball, crisp touch, knocks it over the bar. Another score for Clara, 119 to Clara, the Village 11 points. Short puck out to Owen Larkin, who dishes it out to Luke Murphy here along the line. Luke puts the head up, ball in, but there's no one there. That's a good ball from David Langton in space in front of Peter Nolan. Peter with a great score for Clara there, and Clara really reeling away now. James Stevens just have been non-existent in the second half. Denny Stapleton, number 4 on the ball. He gives it short to Andy Parsons. Parsons stands, strikes, but it looks like it's about to drop short. Wide ball. It's confusion here, but the referee is happy it's a wide ball. The umpire has judged it to be wide, so puck out for Kevin Nolan here. Final stages of the game here in Bennett's Bridge. Goes in on top of Martin O'Connell and Denny Stapleton. Luke Murphy in space, he'll look for a man. He gives it short to Willie Spencer, possibly not the greatest option to take. Matthew McWay at the sideline there. Free for the Village. Owen will file with the free and he slots that over the bar, but it mattered not on the day that Clara were way ahead of their opponents, and it's now 120 to Clara, 12 points to the Village. Ball goes down on top of Jim Keogh here. He bats it down to himself. He tries to win the break. He does so. Cute ball to Peter Nolan. Peter scoops it up well. Under pressure from Matthew McWay, but it goes out to Jack Langton here. He's picking up a lot of ball and delivering good ball. It goes in on top of Paul Cody. Martin O'Connell is there again, reading the break brilliantly. And Martin knocks over another score. Well done there by the two youngsters. Jim Keogh, of course, another youngster. Matt Kenny with the ball, the UCD student. Shane Staunton delivers another dangerous ball in on top of Chris Bulger. But it's batted down by Tomas Keogh, who comes out with the ball. He strikes it off to Hurley, finds Matthew McWay. Pockets of space opening up now towards the end of the game. And that's short from David Walton into the hand of Kevin Nolan. Nice ball down to Paul Cody there. He manages to keep it in. He doesn't. Paul unlucky there. Quick ball from Kevin Nolan. Goes over the line, and Jack McGrath now at this sideline. Great first touch by Jason Byrne there. He drives forward with the ball. He kicks it into Chris Bulger. It's in front of Bulger again. Possibly the story of this game is the quality of ball going into Chris Bulger, and then the quality of the touch and the finishing from Bulger has really put the Village away today. Free in for Clara. Jason Byrne will take this. Clara 121, the Village 12 points. Jason Byrne puts that over. It's Clara 122, James Stevens 12 points at full time. A resounding win for Clara here today in Bennett's Bridge, running out easy winners in the end, and really just shone out over James Stevens. Just James Stevens really struggled today against the power of Clara, just using the ball that bit better, and they run out easy winners.